Hi there guys, welcome back to the channel. It's time for another Palace Daily. Before I start, thank you guys so much for your support and all of the amazing reaction to the Palace review I did for the United game, and not just that one, the one for the Sheffield United game. I know it didn't turn out as good as the United result, of course, but the response has been amazing, and obviously the comments, everything I read through, a lot of support, and I really do appreciate that. More to come against Villa, of course, and it'll be the first game I can finally actually hopefully vlog for you guys, but I'm definitely going to be there, and it's the first one. Obviously a slow start to the season for me personally, but we'll definitely be there against Villa. Today I want to just talk about, obviously Carabao Cup kicks off for us tonight. Get your thoughts on that game, home to Colchester. Team news already coming out that Camarasa will probably get his debut today. If you're going down to that, please let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that tie. If you're a Colchester fan as well, I know it's quite a good reaction when I did when I reacted to the draw. There was quite a good reaction from the Colchester fans about the draw. They were quite happy to be drawing away to us, and I'm quite happy with it as well. Good chance for us to go through, of course. There's always a chance of an upset there, especially with Palace. You never know. But also, yeah, I think it's that sort of game I like to draw when you're in the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup. You want to play a team not in your league at least, because I think that's a bit more exciting. And of course, as I said, better chance that we can go through as well. No disrespect to Colchester, but let me know your thoughts for that. How do you want the team to line up for that game? For me personally, it's a good chance for players like Camarasa, maybe McCarthy to start as well. I can see Wickham starting up front for sure in this one. Some rotation in the back four, maybe bringing in some youngsters. You never know. Nia Kirby could get a look in. I think it's a good chance to get some youngsters involved, at least on the bench, and it could be an opportunity for them to make a name for themselves, like Wan-Bissaka last season, and maybe even get into the first team discussion at least. On that bench, there's definitely, as I said, right back and another option up front. There's places in the squad that are available to some of these youngsters if they take their opportunity, and I really hope that Roy rotates. He's obviously going to rotate for this game. I doubt any of the first team players. Maybe we could see Zaha on the bench or Townsend on the bench. A number of the first team squad, Milivojevic probably be on the bench, but I could see players like Benteke, players maybe like Joel Ward or Guaita. I could see Hennessy starting, just a rotation, but I could see a lot of those, some of the first team not having a rest for this game and missing out from the squad, which I think is the right call at this stage in the season. So let me know your thoughts on that. Obviously that's tonight, 7:45 kickoff, I believe. But also I wanted to talk to you guys as well about contracts. There's news, this was last week, so I'm a bit late talking about this, but news coming out in the media about a new offer on the table, a new contract offer on the table for Benteke and James Tomkins. Now I wanted to get your thoughts on that and about contract negotiations and renewals, because we've got a fairly large average age in our team. We've got quite a large number of players who are in their mid to late 20s, in the prime of their careers at the moment, and in a few years time will be probably 30 or over, and we haven't got too many young players. I think players under the age of 24 is only Max Meyer, Jara Riedewald in the starting 11 now, correct me if I'm wrong, or in the 25-man squad, correct me if I'm wrong. So yeah, we've got, I wouldn't say an ageing team, but we've got a team that are at their prime right now, or in a few years' time will be regarded as an ageing team. And I want to know your thoughts on contract renewals, on not just specifically Benteke and Tomkins. I'll give you my thoughts on that now, but in terms of the whole squad, who would you like to see us, who are coming down to the last year or so on their contract, who would you like us to renew? For me, Tomkins definitely deserves a new contract. He's been massive, and I think that although if all defenders are fully fit, I could definitely see Sacco and Cahill being a really good partnership. I think Tomkins and Sacco is just, we know that works, we know that's reliable, and I can definitely see him being a massive player in the next few years for us. He's been huge so far, and one of my favourite players in the squad right now, when fit, of course, and that's always the problem with Tomkins. But definitely for me, I'd have him renew his contract. Benteke is a weird one, and that's the main reason I wanted to bring it up. I wanted your guys' thoughts on it as well. Benteke to sign a new deal, does he deserve it? For me, no, if you're basing it off of his last couple of seasons. I know he's been injured a lot over those 2 seasons, and it's been very stop and start for him, and it's very hard to gain any momentum, especially for a team like us where goals are quite hard to come by anyway, let alone when he's playing. But I feel like he's riding the coattails of that first season he had for us. I think he's still doing that now. I think if he didn't have as good a season in his debut season for Palace, I don't think he'd be here right now. Also, you've got to bear in mind, I think the club would probably offload him if they could. But I feel like his wage, plus how much we spent for him, it's very hard for us to then sell him on, unless a team like China or maybe the MLS comes in. You know, Benteke is getting to that stage of his career now where he's like in his late 20s as well. He's turning 30. He's not got that He's not got that much left at the top level. You know, in the Premier League sort of level. And his next move will probably be out of the Premier League. I can't see him going to another Premier League club at the moment, especially as Villa. I thought Villa could have been a move for him, but Villa signed Wesley up front, and he's doing very well for them at the moment. So, does he deserve a new deal? For me at the moment, no. He still has to earn that new deal. And then I'll obviously reconsider, but and hopefully that tackle he made in the build-up for the winning goal against United, hopefully that sort of, you know, energy he gave when he came off the bench is something that we see a lot more of, because that's probably been his main criticism, is his lack of work rate up front and looking very isolated and not much effort coming from him. So if he can give more of that, then of course I think there's a contract there for him. But at this moment in time, he's got to do a lot more, I think, to earn that contract. But let me know your thoughts down below, guys. Carabao Cup predictions, not just our game, it could be any other game if you want to talk about that. But obviously I want to know your thoughts on the Colchester game, and then of course contract renewals. Who do you think deserves a new contract in the side at the moment? Definitely Tomkins for me. The main news coming out of the media this week was the Tomkins and Benteke were the two players offered new contracts by Palace, or lining up new contracts by Palace. And for me, I think Tomkins definitely deserves one, but Benteke needs to do more for me if he's going to get that new deal, or if he should be getting that new deal. Comment your thoughts down below, guys. As I said at the start of the video, thank you guys so much for your support. More videos to come later in the week. Palace preview up next for our game against Villa. That'll be coming later in the week. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, share, subscribe if you haven't already. Click the notification button down below as well, and I'll see you guys next time.